everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Okay, today's topic is he playing games? Is he playing games with you? Okay, before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. And welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to this channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share it online with the collective. And it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are now available in my online store. So just go to the description all the way to the bottom, and you'll see a link that says online store. Just click on that link, and there you have it. Okay, now it's time for today's affirmation. Okay, here it is. I am an unlimited being in an unlimited universe. Okay, people. I am an unlimited being in an unlimited universe. As you go through your day, remember this. You don't have to feel limited. Okay? Because the universe is all abundant. Once you tap into it, abundance can be yours. Abundance and happiness. And whatever you desire in your life, you can have. But you need to tap in to the universe. Okay? All right, people. Let's dive into the message today. Is he playing games? Now, this message was inspired by some letters that came in. So let's dive into the letters, and then we're going to talk about this issue. Okay? All right. This letter was entitled, Should I or Should I Not? Okay. And a young lady. I met a man on a dating app. I know you don't approve, but I have now come off all sites. However, I was communicating with this man for a short time. Initially, we were texting, and one day while texting, he called. He said, "Call me honey." I don't know why he would tell you to do that. You don't even know this man. Okay. I thought that was strange and asked him why. He replied that he was in a sauna. I did not understand why that made a difference. It felt as though he was testing. So I said that he should call me when he was free. He first called past 11 p.m. I missed the call, but probably wouldn't have answered because how late it was. Yeah, listen, ladies, let's stop right here. I would never accept a call from a man that I just met if he calls me after 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. ought to be the cutoff for any man you just met. Okay? When it gets into the later hours, it's no good. Okay? This man has already crossed the line by calling you at 11 p.m. That's booty call. That's booty call time. And he doesn't even know you. That means he doesn't respect you. Okay? Okay? Whether he knows you or he's just not respectful. Okay? You say you missed the call, and because it was you missed it, but you probably wouldn't have answered it anyway because it was late. I'm glad you wouldn't. He then started calling me at 8 a.m. in the morning. I didn't answer. This went on for a while until I decided to call him one day, about 7 p.m. He didn't answer. The next day he texted me and asked to meet me for a drink that evening and said that he tried to call back, but there must be something wrong with my phone. Now he's lying. There was no record of a missed call on my phone. I even got my sister to test it out, and her call showed up. Yeah, because he's lying and playing games. Okay? Once he tried to call you at 11 p.m., you should have known he was no good right there. He was no good right there. And then the next time he going to call you at 8. No, it's something going on with this guy. Okay? I felt that he was lying, probably because he is in a relationship and can't call in the evening. Probably. You're probably right on that. You know, you got to go with your intuition. And your intuition is telling you something is off with this guy, okay? Although I do recall my phone beeping when I was on the phone with a friend that evening. So a part of me does wonder if something strange did happen and the call just didn't register. No, nothing strange happened. This guy is playing games with you. Okay? And think about this, ladies. If this fella was serious about talking to you and wanting to communicate with you, he would have called back. Or he would have left a message to let you know that he was trying to contact you. You understand? Don't fall for this when these men tell you that they tried to call you and all of that and something happened. Yeah, they're just playing games. Okay, ladies, don't fall for it. Anyway, at this point, it had been a few weeks and we hadn't spoken. And I didn't like him asking me to meet him on the same day. Okay, because you prefer that he calls and makes plans with you and invites you out, gives you a chance to say yes, no, or make arrangements. You know, everybody isn't like spontaneous like that. Okay? And he shouldn't be because he doesn't know you yet. Okay? I would have preferred notice. I was also able to do some research on him and discovered a clip of a few of his family members on YouTube. And right or wrong, I didn't feel I would fit in with them. Well, okay. Also, he is 6 years younger than me. So I felt he may just want to experience an older woman. Yeah, it could be all of that. Okay. With that in mind, I sent him a message saying, I'm done. Why did you feel like you needed to send him anything? Done with what? Done. You're done? Done with what? You just been texting. So you done texting? Is that what you mean? I don't understand why you felt the need to close this situation when there's nothing in the first place. All you had to do is just don't respond to him anymore. He would have got the message. Okay, you say you done. I realize now that it was not a clear message. The next day, he sent me a message saying, hi. I didn't respond. You know what? You playing games too, just like him. The both of you are playing games with each other, and I don't understand why you are. Why are you playing his game? You should have walked away from this a long time ago. Okay. All right, let's see what else you say. The following day, he sent another hi message while I was drinking a glass of wine. I responded with a fairly long message telling him why I was no longer interested. Why'd you feel a need to do this? You know what? You've got me baffled. Why do you feel a need to explain yourself to this stranger? I don't get it. Okay? To be honest, my message was ridiculous and emotional. One of the things I mentioned was that he kept calling me at 8 a.m., which is not a time when we would be able to have an in-depth conversation. He responded by saying sorry and that it had been a while since he had dated. That's a lot of horse manure that he just fed you. Okay? But on your end, you're sounding pretty desperate to me in this letter. Why are you still trying to make this work? Why? What has this man shown you to make you even want to make it work? To even want to know him? What has he done for you? I don't see anything. But he's got you running after him because you're the one that keeps calling him. You understand? You need to stop doing that. You need to stop. We don't call men. Period. And plus, now you have the nerve to be calling him up and telling him how to date you. That's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. You understand? Because he's only going to comply to what you're saying, but it's not in him to keep it up, to do it. Because you're showing him what you require. You understand? You're showing him what you require, which means that even if he wants to hit it, he may do some things just to comply to you, just for that, and then you never hear from him again. This is not in this man's makeup, or he would have done it in the beginning. You understand? He never would have called you at 11 p.m. at night if this was in his makeup. You understand? But here you are trying to mold him. Here you are trying to fix him. You understand? Trying to tell him how to court you. This is wrong, ladies. Don't do this. Don't do it. I then asked him why he only calls me in the morning at 8 a.m. He did not respond. My dilemma is that he is an artist and I want to buy one of his paintings. What does that have to do with anything? Just buy the painting. I recently went to an art show where he was displaying his work and I saw him there. Why don't you just buy the painting and go about your business? He didn't see me and I doubt if he would have recognized me anyway. However, he asks that people contact him through Instagram for pictures. So he'll see my face and picture, which is the same as he'll have on his phone, so he may know who I am. What does this have to do with anything? I don't understand. So what if he knows you? You're just after the painting, right? So why are you focused on what he thinks? If he's an artist and he's in business to sell paintings, well then he doesn't care whether he knows you or not. He's about the business. Okay? Part of me isn't that bothered, but it may be awkward. I don't see why. You only been talking to this man over the internet. Okay? I do really feel a little bad about my message. Why? I don't get it. I can't go into it, but I was a bit tipsy and it was over the top. Okay. All right. So you met this man on one of the dating apps and somehow you think you can make something out of it. Ladies, this is wrong. You can't. You understand? I believe this man probably has been lying to you the whole time. It sounds like he's involved with someone else, and that's why he can't call you on a regular basis. Understand? He's probably with someone, or he could be locked up. People in prison, they can get on these dating sites too. Okay? Okay? You don't know where this guy is texting you from. Now, you say he's an artist and you went to one of his art shows. So he may not be in prison. Okay? But he could be involved with someone else. He could be married. All you know. Now, you feel awkward by approaching him for one of his paintings. All right? If you feel like the painting is that important to you, well, just contact them on Instagram and say, you know what, I'm interested in so-and-so painting. You know, if you already know how much it is, how do I purchase it? And bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay? I'm sure he'll do you like that. And let it go. But see, you're really wanting something else out of this man. You see? And you're using the painting as a facade. But really, you're wanting to know about him and why he doesn't pursue you. Okay? Because after you didn't hear from him for a while, you called him. We don't do that. We don't call men. Okay? You from your letter, you are the one pursuing this man, and you need to stop it. You need to stop it. He'll only take advantage of you. Okay? So let's see what you say. I guess we're going to get to the real question down here. Anyway, if I do contact him and somehow, some way, he asks me for a drink, you understand? This is what you're looking for. You looking for to go out with the man. Yes, I admit I would like that to happen. You see, I could tell it before I even read it. That's what you wanted. You're wanting this man to ask you out, to pursue you. He's not interested. Get this through your head. He's not interested in you like that. Now, if you go back and you just want the painting, I'm sure he'll sell it to you. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Please go easy on me. Well, you know what? It's probably too late. It's probably too late for that. You should have put this at the top of the letter to please go easy. Because you have been doing some unscrupulous things in here. I know that sounds crazy, but for some reason, I am curious about him. You know why? Because you're desperate. You're desperate. That's all it is, desperation. Don't be desperate for a man. Turn your focus to something else in your life and not a man. Okay? Turn your focus to something that makes you happy. You know, find a hobby or work on a skill or work on building your empire. I tell you, with me working on building myself, that takes all of my time. I don't have time to sit around and think about no man. You understand? Listen. You got one more question here. Do you think it's okay for me to go? Or does he sound like a complete no? You asking me two different things here. If you want the painting, contact him for the painting and let that be that. But why are you looking for this man to ask you out? And now you asking me, do I think you should go? If you want to be used, go ahead. If you want to be used and abused, go ahead. Go ahead and take your little self out there and see what happens. You understand? But if you want to be respected and really cared for by a man, this is not the right man for you. He's playing games, and so are you. You're playing his game because you think that you can win at it. Now, if you're just looking to have sex with somebody, I'm sure he'll give you that. If that's all you're looking for, just looking for somebody to hit it, go ahead. Because I'm sure you're going to get it from him. He won't mind giving it to you, even if he is involved with someone else. And then you'll get your heart broken. You understand? So why go down that path at all? My advice to you, if you want my advice, is to let it go. Let it go. And you met him on a dating site. That was a no-no right off the bat. And now he's just taking you down this dark path. This dark path. And then you say that he does some kind of artwork that you want. If it's truly just the artwork that you want, which in your letter doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you want him, later for the artwork. But if I'm reading it wrong and you actually want the artwork, contact him on Instagram. Do it business. Don't say, do you remember me? Just contact him on Instagram. Tell him which painting you want. Send in your money. Bam, bam. That's it. Okay? And don't answer any more phone calls or whatever. Understand? Because it just sounds like he's out to use you. If you're game. Because he stopped calling you. And every time he stops calling you, you call him back. You understand? Which puts you in the chasing him. You understand? You are chasing him. He is not chasing you. You should see that's wrong already. So I hope that you understand. Do not pursue a man. If he does not call you, do not ever call him. Period. Okay? If he doesn't call you, he's not interested in you like that. Okay? And even if he calls you these late night calls, you already know something's funny about that. And he's only interested in sex with you at that. Okay? All right. I hope you understand that message, and I really hope it helps you. All right, let's look at another letter here. Here's another young lady, and she says, after splitting up with my child's father in August of last year, he dated someone else a month later who became pregnant. He got his, okay, number one, before we even get into the letter, he was probably already with the other woman while he was dating you. Okay? So maybe he is that type of guy that goes around having babies with different women. There are men out here that do that. Okay? I felt disrespected, disappointed, insecure, and worthless to him. To him, why are you worrying about whether you were feeling worthless to him or insecure to him? It should have been to you. This disrespect was about you. The disappointment was about you. The insecurity is about you. And the worthlessness is about you. Not about him. Not about him. You felt this because you are lacking these things in your life. You don't respect yourself. You understand? Your own insecurity and your own self-worth. Okay? Don't put it on him. We dated for a year and some change. I did have my blinders on and bypassed every red flag he had. Of course you did. That's why you had his baby and you weren't married. Okay? I saw the potential in him, and I was thinking he was capable of changing, and I felt he was going to change for the new person, but he didn't. Why? Ladies, get this through your head. You can't change a man. And why do you think he's going to change just because he's with you? Get that out of your mind. Take a person the way they present themselves to you. Period. Don't look past that. Take what they present to you. And if it's not meeting your standards, then you walk away. You pass it by. It's not for you. You understand? But you don't go into these situations again thinking that you can mold him to be what you want him to be. He gonna change because of this situation. Or maybe you thought he was gonna change because he had this baby with you. That's a total misconception. I feel the girl he dated a month after me was his karma. Well, you know what? You can think what you want, but you don't know. Karma is divine timing, and you have nothing to do about that. For hurting me and doing things I didn't deserve. You understand? How you going to put karma on somebody? You have no power over that. It's divine. And it's divine timing that'll deal with that, not you. But be careful, because if you wish this on somebody, guess what? It's going to boomerang and come right back to you. Whatever karma that is coming to him is going to be directed right back at you if you don't watch what you're thinking and what you're saying. Okay? You don't wish bad or anything on anybody else. What happened? It happened because you accepted it. You accepted this man and everything that he brought with him. So now you want him punished because of the way that he treated you. Be careful. Be careful. All right. And now you're talking about the other woman. You say, I feel the girl he dated a month after. You understand? I think he was probably dating this girl along with you. Not no month after. I feel she's going to teach him a lesson. Well, you know what? Well, you're trying to find some solace in that. Some solace that she's teaching him a lesson. I'm telling you, you better let this go before you get taught another lesson. Okay? He told me he has mommy issues and abandonment issues months later after telling him I was pregnant. I did everything for him. Why did you get pregnant? Let's look at that. Okay? Let's look at that. Why did you get pregnant? Okay? Because pregnancy today, in today's world, is actually a choice. It's a choice. Okay? If you're having unprotected sex, then you don't care if you get pregnant. That's what it looks like to me. So you can't put it on him. You decided to have this baby. That's why I'm trying to get you to understand that you have created this whole scenario yourself. Yourself. Now you want somebody else punished for something that you created. See, people, you really need to understand this. Okay? Because a lot of us, we spend our lives pointing the finger at somebody else when it's really us. It's really us. Because remember, you create your own reality. You brought this man into your reality and everything that came with it. You decided to have this baby. You understand? This man wasn't married to you. He hadn't committed to you and said that he was monogamous and he loved you and you understand, that he wants to be with his family. I doubt it. I doubt it. Now, he may have said that he loved you, and maybe that's why you decided to have this baby. Ladies, men will say that as a drop of a hat. As a matter of fact, they'll use that as a last resort to sleep with you if nothing else works. They will say, I love you, just to sleep with you. That's it. Okay? So, all right, let's look back at your letter. He told me he has mommy issues and abandonment issues. I don't know what that has to do with anything, what he told you about him. I did everything for him. I was kind. I listened to him. I was there when he needed something or someone to talk to. I was a submissive girlfriend to him. Well, this is what men want. They want their girlfriends, wives to be submissive. But what do I say? What does Miss Faye say? Do not submit. Do not submit. You don't have to. Find your own power. Okay? And embrace your power. We accomplished a lot together. But I erred by being a subservient girlfriend since it set me up for being betrayed, mistreated, and made me jealous. Nah, that's not the only reason. That's not the only reason. Because you think that you were submissive, that all these things happened to you. All of these things happened to you because you accepted this man into your life. That's why it happened. Have nothing to do with you being submissive. You brought the wrong energy into your reality. It's as simple as that. Okay? All right? And then once you got into it, then you submitted to try to keep it going. That's why you submitted, to try and did all these things with him to try to hold on to him. And he knew that. He knew that. You understand? But he never committed to you. You didn't even wait till you got a commitment before you had his baby. All right. He constantly compares new partnerships to his previous ones. I still interact with him because we have a child together, even though he claims to want me, but this action doesn't match his words. You know, you are in, it sounds like a tough situation. I don't know what your financial status is here, and that really makes a difference whether you need him for financial support or not. That does make a difference. But the thing is, what I need for you to understand in this whole letter, the whole kit and caboodle, no matter what you said or anything, you created this scenario yourself. The whole thing, you created it. Okay? Because you accepted this man. You accepted him. And then you decided to have his baby. Ladies, when you create these horrible situations, and then you want to turn around and blame the man for it, he didn't force you to take him. He did not force you to do any of these things. You did it because you wanted him. You did it. This is what I want you to understand, ladies. You are in control of your own reality. So if things go in the toilet, you got to look at yourself. Don't try to blame somebody else. And for you, trying to send the karma bus over to his address so karma can hit him and his new girlfriend, you watch out. Because that karma bus will turn right around and come right back to you. Because you sent out that energy. You understand? You sent it out and it'll come right back. It'll come right back every time. So that's why I'm telling you to be careful. What you need to do is to get on your spiritual path. Start your spiritual journey and cut this nonsense out. You understand? This man is not coming back to you. He's probably not coming back to the one he's with either. He's probably not that kind. And you are wasting your time with him. And I hope he doesn't have that much influence over your child. If your child is a male child. Okay? Because you don't want your son to turn out to be just like him. You see? Ladies, I tell you to guard yourself against predators. Okay? And online dating is full of predators. Okay? But if you go out here and you accept a predator into your life, hey, well then you're going to go on the predator ride. You can't blame the predator. You can't blame him. You got to blame yourself because you are the one that is accepting it. And from your letter, you are the one that's trying to hold on to it. So I hope that you understand the message today. And I really hope it helps you. You need to walk away from this. You need to start over. You need to get on your spiritual path. Go to the description where it says how to start your spiritual journey. I think it's the name of the video. You need to jump on that and start changing your life for the better. Because if you stay on this train, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Okay? I hope that that helps you. And I really hope that you understand. Now, the message today was, is he playing games? Now, you know, men do play a lot of games because they are the hunters. So they got all kind of games to get you into their snare. Okay? All right. Now, but we are the intelligent species. We are very intelligent. Okay? But we need to use that and be discerning when these men approach us. Don't be desperate for a man. That's number one. Because in desperation, you're going to make awful decisions. Okay? Love yourself first. Care for yourself first. Embrace your power first. And then when a man approaches you, you can see him for who he really is. Okay? And it frees you up to make a fair decision whether you want to invite this man into your life or not. Okay? All right, ladies. I hope that you understand that message, and I really hope it helps. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to MissFaye'sWorld@hotmail.com. That's MissFaye'sWorld@hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter and I will comply. I want to thank you all for supporting this channel. Thank you all for your comments and your letters. And a special thank you for those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all well, and I really hope to see you next time.